Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's Bounty. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. I don't mean Bounty the chocolate bar.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. It's probably going to be nicer for what?
Yeah, I don't. Is that an Australian chocolate? I don't know. Maybe people overseas don't know if that's a thing. I
It
don't know.
might be an Australian one. I don't know either.
don't
It's
know.
lots of coconut, that's for sure.
Let us know if you know what a Bounty is and you're from overseas. But yeah, hi Tom.
Hi.
How are you this week?
Yeah, a little bit of up and down, but
Oh, yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, a lot of work as always, but unfortunately I've got to put my dog down after 17 years.
17 years is a long
Yeah.
time.
Especially for him, he's a little dog, so he's lasted a long time.
Yep.
But,
And he's had a lot of health struggles he's got through
he
over
has,
the years.
Yeah, he's been a strong little dog, but
Yep.
it's come to that time, so he'll
Well, that's
have
no
to be put down, poor little bugger.
That's no good.
Yeah, but other than that, everything else has just been as usual. Pretty
Kicking
good.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I've got another week with him, so I'll be spending a bit of time with him when I can and
I reckon.
taking him out for runs along the beach while he still can.
And treats.
Yeah, lots
All
of treats.
the treats.
Yeah, he can have as much as he likes.
Yep. That's right. Want a bowl of ice cream? Go for it.
Yeah, that's it. Go nuts. Chocolate's bad for dogs. Here you go.
Have a block. Maybe not. Maybe not quite that bad. Oh dear.
But other than that, it's been all right. Been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did buy another series.
No, did you get your Lois and Clark?
No, not yet. It's not until next month.
Oh.
But I did buy Red Dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that a bit better.
Yeah. They just released a whole series of 1 through 13 because they brought out a new season last year, I think it was, or this year before. I don't know. They're all getting old now, the guys in it. But they brought out some new ones. But now there's a whole Blu-ray series collection.
Cool.
So I bought that as well.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Must be on a buying Blu-ray stint at the moment.
You must be. You must be.
But that'll be pretty good. Good to watch that all through again.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I've just got this trip to Adelaide that I'm trying to sort out, and yeah.
Yeah. When's that again? It's
End of October. Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be coming up pretty quick, and we've still got to move house.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to move house before that, but it can be after. But I'm hoping we can do it before, so that I don't have to rush back from Adelaide and move house immediately.
Leave house straight away. Yeah, understandable.
Yep. I'd like to get that done before I go on a holiday and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've got to go to Hobart at the end of the year. I've got a Campbelltown meeting coming up on Monday. It's just too much work stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things just in a row, isn't it, really?
It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much. I need a proper holiday.
Yeah. Which you'll get next year, sure.
Yes. Yes. I will take a holiday next year. And I'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
In Star Trek news, 2 new Star Trek games have been announced and teased, and videos have come out. One's called Star Trek Infection, that looks bad.
Just the name of it doesn't instill hope. Look, I'm sure it might be fine. It looks like a first-person shooter kind of thing. I don't know. It might be okay.
All right.
On a looks like I think it was a USS Defiant style ship, like a Defiant class ship. It might be okay. Not sure, but yeah, that's coming out. And the other one you might be interested in because it's a Star Trek Voyager story. It's called Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and is called a story-driven survival strategy game set on board the USS Voyager, posing the question, will you be able to bring home the ship and its crew? So there is a trailer and some details out, and yeah, I don't know. It looks okay.
Okay.
It looks like there's a lot of Voyager moments, as well as a really detailed recreation of the ship.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer, so to me it looks confusing and overwhelming. But
I shall have a look at that.
Yeah, you should have a look and see what you think.
Yeah.
I like my games to be really easy access.
I know you do.
Like Uncharted.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Those are pretty much the only two games I play on repeat.
Yeah. Well, you like really...
South Park.
Yeah. You like really story-driven games that have sort of like a start to finish. I mean,
Yes.
I think Grand Theft Auto is the only one that you might have a little bit of free range with. I'm not sure. I've never really watched you play. Like, I know you
I
play
pretty much
the game.
stick to the story.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot. I do
Outside.
explore a little bit because I'm fascinated with the map.
Yeah.
But that's only because of where it is and because it's a recreation of LA.
Yeah.
And I've been there. So
Yeah.
it's
So
kind
you
of
can
like,
go, I know that's
I was
true.
like, oh, I stayed across the road from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't normally give a shit. I usually just want to play the story.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff just to me is annoying.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, so you like very story-driven stuff.
Yeah. The old Telltale games, did you ever play
Yeah.
those? Yeah, like I really like those too.
Yeah. Have you ever played Detroit Become Human?
No, I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah, because you would probably like that. It's a good story. Yeah.
You know, if I ever feel like picking up a game again, maybe I'll try.
And Red Dead Redemption?
No, I tried that.
Yeah, didn't like that.
Nah, boring.
You probably wouldn't get through the first part.
I don't know. I don't know how much I played, but I was bored.
Anyway, yes. Well, that sounds like, I haven't looked at it yet, but I will have a look at that because that sounds like the kind of game that I would like.
Well, good. You can pre-order it, you can play it, and then you can tell us all about it when you do it. So yes, that's the Star Trek news. Let's get into this week's episode. It is called Bounty, story by Rick Berman and Braden Braga, the creators. Teleplay by Hans Toberson, Mike Sussman, and Phyllis Strong. Directed by Roxanne Dawson, B'Elanna Torres herself.
Nice.
This is her 5th Enterprise episode, 3rd just for this season. And the previous ones from this season were Dead Stop and Dawn. She still does another 5 episodes of Enterprise after this.
Yeah, right.
Yep. The original air date for this episode was May the 14th, 2003. And the IMDb synopsis is...
Riveting, I'm sure.
Yeah. After exploring an uninhabited planet, Captain Archer is taken prisoner by a Tellarite bounty hunter who was hired by the Klingons to return Archer to Qo'noS. Yep. In my notes, I've also got that this is the last episode of the original direction of the series. So this is right before they launch into the long ongoing arc for season 3. So next week is the season 2 finale, and launches the story for season 3.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Right.
Anyway, let's go watch it.
Cool.
And we're back from watching Bounty. I wish it was a chocolate bar.
Yes, I also agree.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know why why you're making me do this.
You're not a captive.
I know.
You
I know you're not
volunteered.
technically making me, but I feel like I'm being tortured.
It's just dull. I mean, I don't even know. The Tellarites
it's cool to see a Tellarite. I
Yeah,
really
of
like the
course.
updated makeup design.
Yeah, he looked really
The
incredible.
guy that played that character was cool.
Yeah, he was great. He was great, but all it does is highlight how bad the actual cast of this crew is. Oh, it was just bad.
We got Gowron's voice in
Yeah.
a different face.
Yep. Yay.
We've got a horny Vulcan.
It was unnecessary.
Because what? They just wanted a reason to put T'Pol in underwear and running around the ship.
Exactly. Like
That's
that
what
was
it felt like.
purely the only reason to do it, because
Yeah.
we all know what Ponfar is. There was no reason to have that.
Well, people who might not have watched Star Trek before might not know what Ponfire is.
Wow.
But still, usually when they do a Ponfire episode, it's not about getting the person in underwear running around the ship. There's usually a bit more to it than that.
Exactly.
Not in this situation.
No.
Dr. Phlox was good.
Yeah. As always.
I think T'Pol and Phlox are the best two actors on the show.
I agree.
And putting those two together, even when she's like overly sexualized,
Yeah.
His reaction to that, it was really good. Like
it was good. He was
trying
clearly
to
nervous.
remain professional and without being too aggressive or whatever. Like I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
And the guest star Tellarite captain was really good.
Yeah,
So a couple of good things.
Yeah. And I
But
like
again, this show always just feels like it just doesn't quite hit the mark.
No,
Every week we say the same thing.
exactly.
And we've still got 2 more seasons to get through. So
Fucking hell.
So we're going to be saying the same things for a while, maybe. Maybe they'll get into season 3 and they'll, with the new direction that they go in, maybe they'll be more focused on that direction.
I don't know whether I like it pisses me off sometimes because like in some episodes I know I've gone, I really like Captain Archer in this episode because I know that he can do well. Like I know that he can really like act really well when he wants to. Like when he wants to, I can really feel it. But then most of the time it seems like he doesn't give a fuck. Like it just seems like he's just going along with whatever the fuck happens. So he's not giving it his all sort of thing or something. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like they give a shit. And they're just there reading lines and going along with what they're told almost. I don't know what it is. I just don't believe
Well, it is just a job, Tom.
Yes, I know. But like, it's not, is it? Like that's not what
But it
acting
is.
Acting shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't feel that way when you're watching
No.
it. I don't know. It's just frustrating. Because I know he doesn't always do that. Like Scott Bakula, I know I make fun of a lot because I just don't like Scott
Clearly
Bakula.
you don't like it.
And it's just because of that. Because I know he can do it. And I think that's what it is.
Can't wait till President Archer series gets
Oh,
greenlit.
fuck. If that happens, fucking hell. Better fucking not. Jesus Christ. Fuck. I mean, I don't mind if it does. It doesn't mean I have to watch it.
It does actually, because we'll have to do special episodes.
Fuck off.
Because if it happens, it'll be within the next 16 years while we're still doing this. So, yeah, New Trek gets breach episodes.
Jesus. Oh my god. Here I am looking forward to the end of watching Archer, and then the fucking.
Well, they're only in discussions. It's probably not going to happen.
What a shame.
Lots of things have been in discussions before and not happened.
How would they be able to justify having an Archer series but not a 7 of 9 series? I mean,
Well,
it just doesn't make sense.
Archer series would be a different type of show, and a 7 series would just be more Enterprise exploring.
That sounds good.
I know. I agree. I would rather have a legacy series with Captain 7 on the Enterprise.
Exactly.
That would be my preference too.
Yeah.
But we do have a show currently running with the Enterprise exploring Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
So do we need 2 shows doing the same thing?
Yes.
Probably not. There's a reason why Deep Space Nine was on a space station opposed to the Enterprise exploring. And then when Next Gen finished, we got Voyager to fill the gap of the exploration part.
Yeah, I get it.
But, yeah. I say, ride out Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
And give us Legacy.
Yeah, exactly. and don't ever bring back Archer. Ever.
Well,
for anything, ever. Except for maybe a guest cameo. That'll be fine.
I would like to see what the show is going to be about more than just... It's going to be old Archer being president of the United Federation of Planets. Okay, but what's the story? Yeah. Pitch me the story and I might be interested. But I don't know what it is. So, I don't know.
Has he had any acting since this?
Yes, he's done lots of acting.
Did he have acting classes since this?
Oh, Tom, you need to just not be so mean. He was in a show. He was actually in a show that I really liked, called Men of a Certain Age, and it was all about
Men of a certain age.
Yeah, pretty much. Living in LA and stuff, and I really enjoyed that show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So he's still been doing some stuff.
Well, fair enough.
All right, let's get into the episode, shall we? Did I sound enthusiastic then? Because I'm not.
Well, that's good because you didn't.
I'm going to try to get through this quick because
there's nothing much to talk about, so it's fine.
I don't really want to. Yeah,
there's not much, so it'll be over quick.
We open on a shuttle returning to Enterprise and a captain's log saying that they've been on an uninhabited planet for the last 3 days exploring, and Trip and Archer are exiting the turbo lift while talking about, I assume, rock climbing or something, because they were talking about getting lightheaded from altitude and slipping and rocks and stuff. So I'm assuming that's sort of what it was. They get to the bridge and they say that there's a ship that has dropped out of warp and is demanding to talk to Archer. So Archer hails them back and it's Tellarite. He introduces himself as Captain Scalar of the Tellarite Mining Consortium. They talk about the planet for a moment. He gets really excited that the humans have found this planet. He says he thinks of it as his own personal retreat because it's uninhabited. Yeah. And talks about some of the places that he should go. They invite him to the Enterprise to be a bit of a tour guide because he goes there all the time. And he seems very excited and happy to do so.
Yeah.
So Archer and Trip head down to meet him. Archer says that T'Pol tells me that the Tellarites are not the most agreeable species. Apparently they enjoy a good argument. It's considered a sport on their planet. And Trip says, well, I've got an old girlfriend he might like.
Yeah.
Every now and then he says something funny.
Yeah. Occasionally. Well.
And then they open the door and Captain Scalar is there and he shoots Trip and puts up a little bit of a fight with Archer before shooting him too, and then we skip the credits.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Yep. We come back to the bridge. Hoshi says there's been some weapons fire on E-deck at the starboard.
No alarm went off when the phaser went off.
Apparently they don't have alarms for phaser fire.
Yeah.
No.
Reed better get on that.
Reed sends a security team down. But if they had an automated system, then security would have been notified as soon as there was weapons fire.
Exactly.
But never mind, we'll wait a few minutes. And
Reed will think of that. Reed will come up with that.
Maybe. The Tellarite ship with Archer being held hostage undocks and shakes the ship to undock and then leaves, warps off with shooting the starboard nacelle as he goes. Trip orders pursuit, but the nacelle is disabled, so they can't follow him. So they recall the rest of the landing parties because there's a few teams, science teams still on the planet. Yeah. We cut to sick bay. T'Pol and Phlox are in sick bay and they're talking to Trip on the bridge over the comm. She's asking how long until we have warp drive and that she wants to get to the bridge. And Phlox says, you're not going anywhere. You've got an unusual microbe that's possibly contagious, so we need to run more tests and we both need to go to decon because we've both got this microbe. Then we cut to Scalar's ship. Archer is being held behind some bright yellow fluoro bars, which is apparently a force field. And he says that he just installed them. It's the very latest technology. And Archer says that Enterprise is going to come after me. My crew's not going to give me up. He says that he's taken some appropriate countermeasures.
then pulls a weapon and says, "You can either be quiet or spend the rest of this trip unconscious. Which do you prefer?" Archer sits down.
Yeah.
Quietly. Pretty sure if I had a prisoner, he'd just be unconscious anyway to make it much easier.
Much easier. We cut to decon. Flux and T'Pol need to put on some gel, of course, because that's what decon is.
Yep.
And so Flux pulls a new curtain that's been installed in the decon chamber, pulls it across so that they can rub the gel into themselves in privacy.
To which you were like, when did they get a curtain?
Yeah, right? Because they haven't had one before.
Yeah, no, I never seen a curtain. They just all strip off in front of each other.
Yep. So then they start doing that. And then Flux says that he needs T'Pol's help. So she pulls the curtain back to help him. And she says, "I wasn't aware there was a curtain installed."
Like, that's what Gary said.
Yeah. He says, "Not everyone is comfortable with the idea of disrobing in front of others." And he says that it's a characteristic of Denobulan males, blah, blah, blah. Not very exciting.
So he installed it for himself, basically.
Correct. But she starts rubbing his spinal ridges and gets a bit, I don't know, excited. Yeah. And then she sort of snaps out of it, asks Flux to do her back. And so she turns it around, lifts up her vest, and then he starts rubbing her back without looking at her. Just like, yeah. We cut to the bridge. Trip's in command. Reed says that sensors are picking up a faint warp signature. They go after it. And then we cut to Skalar's ship. And he is communicating with a Klingon, saying that he's captured the fugitive. And the Klingon transmits rendezvous coordinates to meet in 2 days to get the payment and prisoner exchange. Archer says, "How much are they paying you? You mentioned the Klingon homeworld. I assume this has something to do with me escaping prison." And then the Skalar just sort of sits down and looks at him. He goes, "You don't even know what I'm accused of." And he says, "You're right. And I don't care."
Don't give a shit. Not my business to give a fuck. I'm just going to take you to him.
That's right.
Like any good bounty hunter.
Exactly. We cut to the bridge. Reed says that they're closing in on the signature. Trip calls tactical alert. But it is not the Tellarite ship. It is a beacon that's generating a warp signature.
Which was obvious.
You would think it would be standard for a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Not that they've had much experience with that, I suppose.
True. Trip's like, a decoy?
Yeah. Damn, we're going to have to start all over.
Yeah.
Anyway, Reed gets excited because he gets to shoot something.
Yeah.
So he shoots up the beacon, and then we cut back to Skalar's ship. Skalar is serving up some food, and this is where Archer asks how much the Klingons are paying, and whatever it is, Starfleet will double it. Skalar says he doesn't take bribes from criminals. Archer pleads his innocence, all the stuff you would expect.
Yeah.
And
yada yada.
it's really exactly as you would predict. I think maybe the same sort of conversations I had last time Archer got taken
by someone.
Yep.
Which was like what, last episode before?
Yeah, not that many episodes ago.
And then 2 episodes again before that.
Even broke out of the handcuffs later the same way that he did in the last episode.
Yep. Because, they're really struggling to find anything in this, aren't they?
I feel like maybe this episode was like a wrap-up episode. Like, come on, let's get to the good stuff next season.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know what to do with this last episode we got before we're doing some shit, maybe.
That Archer being held prisoner on a ship was a good episode. Let's do that again. Spoiler alert, it wasn't that good.
No.
The first time.
No. It's certainly not good a second time. Though I do like the Tellarite guy.
The Tellarite guy's good.
Yeah. And I like seeing Tellarites. I mean, they're one of the founding members, and we don't get to actually know. Like, I don't really know much about the Tellarites, like, as a species. So, I mean, it is good to see them at any time, really, because of that. I mean, they're a founding member, and we don't know anything. So,
Archer says he'll probably be executed. Sklar basically says, "Oh, well, I'm sure you're not a bad person, just an unlucky one. Who really cares?" Then we cut to the decon chamber. T'Pol's trying to meditate, but Flux puts a scanner right in front of her face and it distracts her. She gets super angry and starts to panic and tries to escape out of the decon chamber.
Phlox convinces her to go back into the decon chamber away from the door. Then we cut back to Scalar's ship, and Scalar is speaking to another Tellarite on the comm and says that he's going to be paid 9,000 Darsecs. That's more than enough to get Tezra back. The other Tellarite says that he's not being realistic. Even if you get the money, I'm not going to help you, whatever, and cuts off the call. And Archer asks who Tezra is, and Scalar says it's not a person, it's a cargo ship. Basically, he used to be a cargo captain. He tried to cut through Klingon space. The Klingons captured him, impounded the ship, and all his cargo, and
Which
now
is fire salt, right?
Fire salt. Yep. So since then, he's been a bounty hunter trying to make ends meet and get enough money to get his ship back so that he can go back to hauling cargo.
Yeah. Poor bastard.
We also see him communicate with another bounty hunter, Cargo. That's his name. Not Cargo with a C, Cargo with a K. And that's the one that's played by the same guy that plays Gowron, Robert O'Reilly.
Very distinctive voice.
Yes, and pattern of speaking.
Yeah.
Not just his voice. The way he talks is very, very him.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's demanding to get Archer from Scalar because he wants the reward. So he comes after him and they shoot and fire, and then there's a bit of a firefight, and Archer convinced Scalar to let him out of the prison holding cell so that he can help fly the ship while Scalar does the repairs and whatever else. So they do that, and Archer uses the beacons as a distraction to get behind Cargo's ship.
So
which
basically,
works.
he makes the enemy ship believe that he's over here, while he's actually over here.
Yeah. So he shoots, but there's too much damage, so they have to land on the planet. We cut to the decon chamber. T'Pol's horny as fuck, and she's like, "I'm pun firing so hard right now.
Yeah,
I
gimme,
need you,
gimme.
Phlox."
Yeah. Phlox is looking awkward as
Phlox
fuck.
is like, no. She's like, you have no idea what you're denying yourself.
And he's like, yeah, no, I'm good, still good.
No,
Yeah, I'm good.
you're my commanding officer. I could never.
Yeah.
Anyway, she confesses that it's called pun fire. It's a cycle of mating. That it's too early for her to go through this. She hasn't done it before. And Phlox says it's possible the infection has acted as a catalyst for it to come on early. And she says, it doesn't really matter what caused it. If I don't mate with a male, Vulcan or otherwise, I will die. Oh, we cut back to Archer and Scalar on the planet's surface doing repairs to the ship. And this is where Scalar's giving more information about the past and talking about cutting. We jumped ahead before.
Yeah.
This is where he's talking about cutting through Klingon space and getting caught and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and his brother was with him,
exciting.
and his brother was pissed off at him after doing it and all that kind of stuff because they lost everything and yada yada yada.
Yep. And then Scalar notices that Archer is actually not repairing the ship, and he's actually making it worse.
Yes.
After that, Scalar pulls a phaser on Archer and says, "We'll make our rendezvous." Then we cut back to horny T'Pol in her underwear in the decon chamber.
Okay.
She wakes up behind Phlox while he's doing some work. He's trying to make a serum to alleviate her symptoms, and she's just like, "You already have the cure, doctor."
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she gets very rapey.
She does.
She pretty much just climbs all over him, and he keeps saying no, and she's just like,
It's irresponsible for you not to give me the cure, and
exactly.
your medical, you have to, like, it's, what is it? What did she fucking say? What is the word she uses? You've got it there, right? Because he's a doctor.
You have the cure. It's unethical for you to withhold
that's the
it.
one. It's unethical for you to withhold the cure.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
And he goes to sedate her again, but she knocks the hyperspray out of his hand, yelling at him just as the comm chimes, and Trip comes in saying, "Anyone hungry in there? I brought you some supper." And so they leave the little chamber to the next little area that's still in
Still sealed
quarantine, yeah. And Trip has put some food through the hatch, and Phlox asks about the captain, if they found him. He says, not yet, we're still tracking. Hopefully we've found the right warp signature this time. T'Pol comes out, grabs some food and starts eating it with her hands, like all like cave person like.
Yeah.
Trip asks if she's okay. Phlox says that slight fever, she'll be okay.
Pushes her back into the room.
Yep. Pushes her, yeah, that's right. And then Reed comes over the comm and says that he needs Commander Tucker to come to the bridge. So we cut to the bridge as he returns, and they're at the planet. They've got the warp signatures. They find the other ship, the cargo's ship, the one that was shooting at the Tellarite ship. He says that the Tellarites, with the Tellarite guy with Archer, are probably all the way to Klingon space by now.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Yeah, that's it. And then he just cuts the signal.
So Trip says, let's go to Klingon space. Let's go. Go. Take us to warp. Then we have a shot of a space station. Skalar's ship docks, and there's a conversation with the Tellarite he was talking to before. He needs an antimatter injector from this guy. Then I'll go and take Archer in and get the reward and come back, and we can get the Tezra back. The guy, they have a discussion for a little bit. I assume it's his brother. They don't actually say, but I assume that's him.
Yeah.
And he says that the Tezra that this guy's been working to get back has been cannibalized by the Klingons. They've taken everything out of the hull. It's just an empty shell. There's no engines. There's no relays. Every conduit's been removed. So you don't want it back.
Yeah.
So anyway, he agrees to give him the injector, and then I need you to
return.
leave. Don't ever come back. Yep. So he leaves, the door shuts, and Archer's like, well, what are you going to do now? He says, get the injector and install it.
Yeah.
Archer says, okay, and then you'll give me to the Klingons. I'll be disemboweled by one of those nasty-looking swords. You'll get your 9,000 Darsex, and it still won't get your Tezra back. He says that the Klingons took your freighter, your livelihood, damaged your relationship with your brother, and what do you get in exchange? 9,000 Darsex? That doesn't seem like a very fair trade to me. And he says, what choice do I have? I told you, if I let you go, they'll kill me. Archer says, maybe not. Have you ever been aboard Goroth's ship? Twice. Why? Archer's clearly got a plan, but instead of telling us, we cut to the decon chamber.
Yeah.
T'Pol is begging Phlox to let her out. She says she can't bear the heat. He says that if he lowers the temperature, the serum might start to congeal. She insists that he opens the door, and they get a bit aggressive. She gets a bit fighty, and then he says, right, whatever, go. You're free to go. The door code is 42864. Denobulan medical ethics prevent me from treating patients against their will. So go, get out.
Fuck off.
And so she goes out to the door, and he tries to go up behind her and inject her with the hyperspray from behind.
It's not going to work.
But, of course, Vulcans are better than that,
Yeah.
and she knocks him out. She gets angry. She pulls the door panel, the control panel off the wall, and the door opens. Just as Phlox wakes up, she leaves. He goes over to the comm and says, Phlox to the bridge, you might want to evacuate D-Deck.
Yeah.
Then we cut to the corridor. Reed has got a security team, and they're in their biohazard spacesuity outfits, and they're looking for her with a tricorder. She's running around in her underwear all sweaty and breathy, and then finds Reed, tries to seduce him by pretty much jumping into his spacesuit with him. She knocks him out when he refuses, and then she runs off. There's a couple of other guys, and she gets sort of cornered. Then she rushes at Reed, who shoots her and stuns her.
Yep.
We cut back to Skalar's ship. It's docking with a Klingon vessel. He opens the door. The Klingons come in. They scan Archer to make sure it's him. They take him away, and Skalar gets paid the 6,000 Darsex. He's like, we agreed to 9. Did we?
Typical.
Yeah.
Never trust a Klingon.
They detach and fly away. Back on the Enterprise bridge, Hoshi gets a hail from the Tellarite ship. Then we cut to Archer in the Klingon brig. He's got a lockpick and he uses it to get out of the handcuffs. And there's a device inside the handcuffs that he uses to open the door. And then he uses the handcuffs to beat up a guard.
Yeah.
And then he steals the guard's disruptor and runs off. We cut to the bridge of the Enterprise, and Reed says he's found the ship, so they set a course. We go back to the Klingon corridor. Archer's fighting some more Klingons, because apparently he's the Klingon wrangler.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nuts going through, shooting people.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Finally gets to an escape pod and gets out.
Yeah.
We cut back to the bridge of the Enterprise. Travis says he can see the escape pod and that the Klingons are tractoring the pod. Enterprise comes in, shoots at the Klingon ship. The Klingon ship drops its tractor beam. So Enterprise keeps firing while they deploy the grappler and they grab the escape pod and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to the decon chamber. T'Pol wakes up and she's fine. Phlox is back in his normal clothes. He says that the microbe's been eliminated from your system and the premature mating cycle has ended. She checks if they did anything inappropriate. And he says, I've had patients treat me far worse.
Yeah.
But he says, I'd never violate a patient's privacy. We cut back to the bridge. Archer arrives, asks what's the status of the Klingons. Trip says that they've damaged the port nacelle. They're limping back to the homeworld. Archer asks where T'Pol is. Trip says that she's in decon with Dr. Phlox and says it's a long story. We'll fill you in later. And then Scalar hails, says, well, the Klingons probably going to double their bounty on you, so good luck. Archer says, I hope you won't be the one to collect it. And he says, no promises. Archer does a smirk, and that's the end of the episode.
Hilarious.
I got nothing more to say about this episode.
There's not really anything to say. Like, it's just is what it is. Even throughout that read back, like we didn't really comment much because it's just not anything there.
There's nothing.
No.
This is such a dull episode.
Yeah. So there's not really much more to say. So it was a pretty shitty episode compared to some of the others we've had. This was.
I mean, you're always critical of Enterprise,
I am.
but I'm not always critical of Enterprise. But this episode is dull.
It is. Dull is the word.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What's the life lesson, Tom?
Get over shit. Get over shit. Like the Tellarite needed to move on from his past. So move on.
Maybe he was just making the best of a bad situation.
Well, no, that's...
He was holding on to hope. Is that a bad thing?
Well, it is. It is when it's all gone to shit like that.
I'm not even going to fight you. That's how
move
much
on.
I care about this episode. Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. Move on.
Speaking of moving on, let's talk about IMDb ratings, shall we? Our examples of 1 episodes of Voyager's Threshold and Next Gen's Code of Honor. Examples of 10 episodes of Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. We are nowhere near that.
No.
What would you like to rate Bounty?
Is there this episode doesn't exist in reality?
Nope.
1. Actually, I like the Tellarite. 2.
Last week we had the First Flight one,
Yeah.
which was we gave a 3.
Yeah.
Is it worse than last week's First Flight?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is. Very much so.
2 it is.
It was shit. It was pointless. It was boring. It was just bad. The Tellarite guy was the only good thing in it.
Yep, I agree. All right. Well, a quick episode this week, but there it is. Yeah. All right. If you want to tell us what you thought of this episode, maybe you thought this was a great episode, or maybe you agree with us, let us know. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and Instagram, just Temporal Directive, or you can email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We'll be back next week with the season 2 finale, The Expanse.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. End of season 2. Exciting.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you then. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.